Woohoo!
Let's talk about another aspect of God in most monotheistic religions. God is a male. What do you think about that one?
That's just bullshit.
So
No.
God is a male, though.
No, that's just bullshit. I'm saying this right here.
Yeah.
No, God is God. God is not. It's bullshit.
This isn't a light thing in most religions that God is gendered.
Yes, it's
He's
not.
He's not kind of male. He's a male.
Yeah, he's fully male.
Is this a sex thing or is this a gender thing for God?
So sex is just like having certain reproductive organs. And then gender is how you feel your identity actually correlates to like the human idea of gender. Because like gender came after sex. Like originally like reproductive organs don't need to mean anything. They don't need to mean like anything other than like literally hair color. But people like saw those and then they made them to a huge like social thing where like men are above women. And then also there's like all these like gender norms that like come along with it. And so gender is just fundamentally a made-up concept that does not need to coexist with sex. But when in terms of God, it's hard. Because it's like, what? Like, just from the start, God having like a physical appearance.
And God doesn't. We've never.
Right? Yeah, right?
Yeah, there's no
God
physical.
having a physical appearance is like, you could sort of say, like, okay, maybe he like has a physical appearance, but like, wouldn't that change over time? Like, wouldn't that not really matter to him? So like, that whole part of it is completely out of the window. And it's like, okay, how would God even understand gender? Like, did God create gender? How is God's understanding of gender different from like the human understanding of gender?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like in most religions, if God existed before us, and I don't think he was not male before he created, let's say the biblical story of Adam. He created Adam in his image.
Yeah. So the creating in his image thing is really confusing considering he doesn't have a physical appearance. And I am completely willing to understand created in his image as in like created like the mindset. But then like if we're assuming that he doesn't have a physical appearance, the whole like male appearance thing was just completely like did not map.
I think that what you're saying at least is you don't think God's maleness is based off of sex. It's more of a gender thing.
It is a gender thing. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so fine.
I will say, fine. God can have a gender. That's cool. That's fine.
So you don't think God has a penis per se?
God does not have a penis. God does not have a physical appearance.
So is he like kind of a weird kind of trans thing?
What?
Where he feels male, but he doesn't have any male organs?
God created gender, okay? Gender conforms.
No, he was a gender before that.
Well, come on.
No, but that's what listen, we're trying to unpack this stuff. That's what I'm trying to, this is why we're getting into it, right?
Look.
No, but listen.
God created everything.
No, but not himself.
Didn't he?
Well, but that's the point. Not in any, I'm not talking about some theoretical thing, right? Like, not in any Christian religion. I'm talking about God creating himself.
Yeah, I know, but it's difficult to think that God is like a... Well, for one, it's difficult to think that God is a static being in any way.
If we're going to say God's not sexed, right? He doesn't have a body.
He doesn't have a body.
But his gender is male. Does that mean he's attracted to women?
God is not attracted to anyone, because he does not have an equal.
A fundamental aspect of maleness is being attracted to femaleness.
That is not a fundamental aspect of maleness. What the hell?
Okay, so fine. So I agree with that. So, well, I'm trying to even understand this, right? So, so God could be kind of gay a little bit.
We were just, oh my God!
Like if he's bi, God's bi. So God would be not an omnivore. What do they call those? Like anyone who's for sex with anything.
Omnivore.
Is it?
Something is deeply wrong. God does not have a physical body, so God cannot have sex. God is a being outside of our human perception of sex and gender.
Well, but,
okay, look. God. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand.
Okay, God cannot have sex because he does not have a body.
Yeah, well, he can still be. He's a male though, so he can still be attracted.
Okay.
He still understands the difference.
Wait, no. God is not attracted.
Okay, so fine. So let me take this way.
God would be attracted to his children.
Well, but I'm just getting into this, right? So
God is not incestuous.
Oh, so fine. So being attracted to women isn't an inherent aspect of maleness, obviously, right?
No.
But getting horny is.
That comes from a physical body, which we've already established God does not have.
No, but that's not a physical body. That's part of maleness.
No! Look, God does not... Okay, maleness is not fundamentally...
Sexuality? You can't have maleness without sexuality.
You can. Maleness is not fundamentally connected to sexuality, as I think we've already established here with the whole discussion of, like, gender and sexuality and stuff like that before. God is not gay. God is not straight. God does not...
bi.
God doesn't have a sexuality. If God had, like, does God have, like,
we already said he's a male.
Does God have a whole, like, female God that he's hanging up with? No! That is the entire point of God in being internally lonely and stuff.
But that doesn't sound very male. So I'm just
being not straight does not sound very male.
All right. Well, so let me back this up for a second. Let's talk about maleness in sort of omnipotence, right? Or omniscience. Doesn't maleness imply a lack of understanding or being femaleness?
No. God understands everything.
So he's not. But we've already said he's male.
We've said he's. I will.
I understand that that's a hard thing to.
No, I will accept he's male. I will not accept literally anything else you're saying.
No, but Faye, what is it? Then what does maleness mean if you eliminate all these things?
That is the question everyone is trying to figure out. Maleness is just an idea. And it's just a concept. It's just a gender. It's just about the way that you personally feel that you connect to gender. And God kind of came into existence personally feeling a certain way, and he created language with pronouns, and he liked those pronouns. See, it's really difficult to look at any of this. Honestly, I was arguing this is harder than looking at the whole, like, never beginning, never ending thing, because God being male, yes, maybe he didn't create himself, so I guess he started off with the gender, but he created language, he created people, he created sex, even if he didn't create gender, so gender became before sex then. He created gender norms. He created, like, bodies that have these sexes. But he also created, like, things like intersex people and, like, insects that are super weird and, like, kind of have a sex, but also sometimes don't.
So here's the thing. So, like, if God is male, and so
God is male.
He's got, maybe some... He has some,
He does not have a body.
Just doesn't feel... Well, so, is God a virgin?
Yes.
So God's never even had sex?
God...
That seems like kind of limited perspective.
Okay, look.
You're saying that I have a perspective on the universe that God doesn't?
Yes. God knows what sex...
That's pretty amazing.
God knows what sex feels like from every participant because he knows everything.
Oh, gross.
Exactly. God was with you at your wedding night. God, look, what I'm saying here, we were talking about what the difference is between knowing everything and making everything exist. God knows everything. God may have not participated in those acts, and he does not have a physical body, or a participant to engage in those physical acts with. That is the big thing. He does know what those acts feel like and what it would feel like if he somehow did.
But isn't there a difference between, like, kind of knowing secondhand and experiencing?
We literally just talked about how there is no difference.
Maybe not, right?
For God, there is no difference.
So God kind of gets gay sex.
God knows every type of sex.
So he kind of knows what it feels like to be into it.
I feel like you're intentionally trying to aggravate me.
Well, I'm just trying to understand. I don't know, like, these are...
He is trying to.
What I think we're beginning to understand, though, is that some of these concepts begin to, especially, like, the sort of more esoteric or philosophical concepts about God, that is, eternality, omnipotence, and omniscience, kind of have a hard time coexisting with some of the more personal aspects of God. Yeah. That is his maleness or his monotheism.
I think the monotheism it's so much easier to think of when you think of maleness, because that encapsulates all my thoughts on the matter.
Well, I listen. I understand that this all of a sudden becomes very, paradoxical, right?
Gosh,
I think there's an easy way to end all these paradoxes. Just maybe, a man created God.
No,
but
I know, because that makes so much more sense. It's like it makes so much more sense to think that try instead of trying to define what gender or sex is to a being that has always existed and is not static and all powerful and constantly changing and has no physical appearance but somebody created an image. It's so much easier just to be okay, well, God, wow, maybe a human created God in his image,
So do you think that anything we've said today qualifies as knowledge?
Metaphysics is fundamentally stupid. Very, very stupid. But it can also be kind of fun. I think that today we technically have not really learned anything about anything that can be applied to anything, but we have learned some things about ourselves. Like how existence is a burden, and how you like to think about God in the context of gay sex. So, metaphysics is not something that can inflict knowledge in typically, knowledge about the actual universe and how it works, because we specifically are talking about things that are not in our universe. But it can sort of reveal things to you about your own nature and about some concepts that can be used as metaphors for our own reality.
So maybe metaphysics isn't a way to understand a reality outside of our own, which seems to be kind of impossible at this point.
But to understand our own reality.
But maybe it can help us understand ourselves better in our own reality.
Yes. We hope that you enjoyed that video, and if you did, please consider checking out the next one in the series.
Or some of our other series on philosophy and life.
We upload videos every Friday, so don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. See you next week.